The main reason that you've been unable to learn how to sing higher, no matter what tricks and tips and techniques you've tried out there, is to do with words, those pesky words that people keep expecting us to sing when we sing. And that's because the frequencies of our words when we speak no longer facilitate the sound of those words as we ascend in range, or vice versa. The word that we're going for doesn't facilitate the pitch that we want to sing. Basically, you end up pushing or flipping or breaking or getting the wrong sound or whatever it is. Let me break that down for you a little bit. Let's say we're singing the word hey. We're just going, hey, kind of in my speaking voice there. Actually, it's a bit above my speaking voice, but that's about 500 hertz in the back. It's a decent space in the back. It's pretty small in the front, so it's 1.5K-ish, somewhere around there. Hey, it's bright here, it's dark here. Basically, this is my speech vowel, the way that I would kind of sing the word hey. Hey, more of a sung version of it because of the Aussie accent. But that's the premise. Now, this version of that sound, and that chest voice sound, only exists within a certain bandwidth of the voice. So we get to a certain point where the fundamental frequency, so the speed of our vocal folds and the harmonics that come from that, and how those harmonics shifts with a different speed and thickness and all this stuff with the vocal folds, it no longer really facilitates us being able to sing the word hey in that way. So what we need to do is slightly compensate for this by modifying the structural formant within our vowel. It's simpler than it sounds. So instead of singing hey and trying to go hey and then sing hey like this and then kind of break apart or flip or whatever it is, if we slightly think of the word, let's go with hair. So we're going hey, hey, hey. That actual frequency within the vowel is closer to hair or head than it is hey. Still sounds like the word hey, right? Hey, hey. As we go higher, same thing. Hey, 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 hey. Now, you probably just think I'm singing the word hey there, but really what I'm doing is completely screwing with that frequency within the structure of the vowel to compensate for the change in speed, thickness, tightness, stretch within the vocal folds, and those shifting harmonics, as well as the space. So basically, as we get higher speed vibration of the vocal folds, we basically need to change our space to match that smaller vibration. A fast high vibration needs a small space, so you get a high frequency, and then a lower vibration needs a larger space. So basically we're shifting that space within the vocal tract to compensate and allow for those changes within our frequencies and harmonics when we are singing. So the main reason that you've been struggling to learn how to sing higher is because you are most likely attached to the word. So rather than focusing on being too well spoken in English, I really find this with people that speak English as a second language in particular. And you could almost say that Australians speak English as a second language too. I find the desire to be incredibly well spoken and articulate wreaks havoc on your ability to sing well. So really simplify as much as you can. When you're focusing on vowel modification, I think the problem that most people have is they think of the speech sound. They're like, hey, and then they're trying to go head, and they're not actually changing that structure within the vowel. They're really just changing the pronunciation of the vowel. So the frequencies in the front stay fairly similar. They change a little bit, but they're staying pretty similar to my speaking range when that clarity within the vowel, the pronunciation of the vowel. That's why it kind of still sounds like the word hey, right? But that structure of the vowel is completely changing. So you don't modify your vowel here where you speak from, hey, head, hid, heed, all these sounds. We're really shifting them in the back to compensate for that change in speed of the vocal folds themselves, the change in the harmonics, and basically to kind of catch that pitch within the vowel and allow us to still kind of make the sound of that word that you are expecting. Has that been quick enough for you? Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, and we're going to talk soon.